What's going on, y'all? What's going on? It's your boy King David. Let's go. Let's get it. Bear with me while I get a few things situated. How is everybody doing tonight? I hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing well. I know I am. Listen, I told you guys we're going to do a podcast, so here we are. Do a reaction to a podcast that I was watching earlier from the lovely married Miss Dee. Her name ain't Miss Dee, it's Dee. I don't know why I stretched it out like that. Just bear with me. Let's see here. Gotta bring it up to make sure the audio is good. See what's going on. Okay, the audio is great. Fantastic. Listen. So I wanted to get on here and just react to this video I seen with the YouTuber Dee and her reacting to this podcast, the viral show podcast. I'm not quite sure. I'll look at it when we get started. But there's a few 40-year-olds on here, and there's a dynamic between all three. The one on the end, the one that's going off the most, she'll let you know her family dynamic. But the one in the middle was raised by, a two-parent household, and you can see the obvious difference in the way she carries herself and also the kind of relationship that she's in right now. So this kind of stuff's important. Hang on for a second. Turn this down. I'm only going to hold you guys for about 20 minutes tonight. I got to get on TikTok. Listen, I've taken a couple days off, and I was just hanging out with my son, just having a good time. You know, time goes by so fast. When you get a 4-day weekend, you got to take advantage of it, you know? So I'm doing that. You know, you guys make sure you're making time for your kids, not just using your kids for props, for videos or whatever, but genuinely making time for your kids, right? Off camera. If you want to do it on camera, that's cool, but definitely some one-on-one off-camera time, okay? Let's keep it real, all right? Also, I'm trying a few different things with the, if you guys don't know, which I know you guys are going to be like, here we go again, something else. You know, I dibbled and dabbled in photography back in 2016, 17, and 18 on my first YouTube channel, Black Savage. So I like messing around with the ISO and the shutter speed and all that kind of stuff. So if it looks kind of cartoonish or whatever, bear with me. I'm going to look at the replay, tweak it a little bit. You know what I mean? I just like messing with stuff. I'm an engineer. I can't help it. So if it looks kind of cartoonish, just bear with it. I appreciate you guys joining me again. You know, hit the like button, share the live, subscribe. Look, I'm watching, content from only really married women. Again, this YouTuber, her name is Dee. She's married, and she puts out really good content from a level-headed perspective. Just like Danica Marie and Crimson Cure, married women, been married over time. They know what it takes to maintain a relationship, compromises, talking, not just, going off emotion and, you know what I mean? So I like listening to level-headed women, dropping level-headed content because they can exclude themselves from a situation because they're not single. They're not looking and they're not jaded. So they're able to just put out some good stuff. Ooh, what's going on, Chia? Sorry, y'all. Didn't realize that the music has stopped. If I'm going to pay for the subscription, the music will be playing in the background from now on. I am sorry if it bothers you, but it's late night. It's a quiet storm. Let's turn this up just a little bit. Look, tonight we're going to be watching these ladies go at it and try to explain their delusional realities that they live in. You have to be careful out there while you're dating. If you listen to them, you will be drugged down the rabbit hole into the matrix, into La delusional land with her. And you both will be lost, and then she'll chuck the deuces on you and leave you in that hole. So, again, whatever she's saying, understand something. Chad and Tyrone don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. I get the draws if I want them, and if I don't want them, they can wait. You know. Now, you don't want to be operating out of that kind of energy of, whatever she's telling you that she wants you to do. I don't hear all that. You know what I'm saying? We set the pace. Right now, most women that are tapped in, women, most of them are, they watch a lot of social media while you're like, blowing it off, all the social media she's watching. She's literally tapping in to information that you're not privy to. She's watching stuff from a bird's eye view, and you're thinking she's just watching. No. She's accumulating information. She's running analytics in her head, and she upgrades accordingly. You underestimate that woman. I don't underestimate women, okay? So I watch stuff online all the time. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the shifts in the energy. I like to see when I put out energy, how it's received. And women will move accordingly when a man is operating in his masculine energy and he doesn't seem like he's just some, jaded, dictator, right? You got to have a heart. I have a child. I'm very grounded. I'm very family orientated, but as a man, I have a certain kind of way I move. I'm noticing that women that are trying to get men like me are starting to speak and move accordingly, but you got to be careful because these Jezebels out here are seeing the movement and they're able to be a chameleon and adjust accordingly. Now, with no further ado, I only took 5 minutes for that intro. We're going to get into the video. Remember, you guys, hit the like button, share the live, and subscribe.
Man's reality and what he really wanted. A lot of times those men who were stepdads back in the day, they just went along with whatever the woman said because they wanted to keep the peace, and they had a good thing going there, and they didn't want to mess it up, and they don't want to cause any conflict in the home, so they just go with whatever the women say and stay out of it. Now it's a different time where men are speaking up. Men are saying, "No, we don't want this, we don't want that," and we have to, as women who say they want a man, you have to understand that men want something too. It's not all about just your needs, but they want their needs met as well. So yeah, that's where I'm coming from with it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this clip, and definitely chime in the comments, you guys. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Here we go.
Trying to get some advice, right? Because I'm listening, and that's why I said earlier, like, the reason why I'm putting time into my daughter, because I'm still figuring me out, and I don't really know what I want, and I don't think about my age, but I hear y'all talking about age, so maybe that's something that I should be thinking about too. I don't know yet, but I'm just wondering, like, well, then when does it come to a point in time that I should feel like I'm not a part of this dating pool anymore, because I'm
gonna tell you that right
getting
now.
The clock is ticking.
I'm gonna tell you that right now.
No, I know, but I want to hear their advice.
This is my advice. Let your ego go. Ego is the leading cause of all misery. Right now, when I hear you speak, all I hear is ego. I look good. Oh, age don't matter. We're telling you, it fucking matters.
No, I just say I don't look 40. That's all I say.
Listen, however you think you look.
Because age never comes up, ever.
Listen, because they're on.
He's trying to tell her. He's trying to tell her from a man's perspective. And she's just like, she's not listening, man. She's not going to listen.
It's only a fuck around thing. Once it gets serious, it's coming up.
Now, just to give a bit of context, there's more parts to this, and I like their conversation. I like their podcast, where she was talking about she's 40, but she doesn't look 40. Now, she doesn't look bad for 40, but she thinks that in her mind that because she doesn't look 40, that it shouldn't matter, and she has kids also. And so she was talking about her relationship with the guys, she's been in relationships with, and she was basically saying it's not serious relationships. It's relationships where she don't want it to be serious. It's just somebody she's messing around with. And, and she said age never came up. And he's telling her, based on what, her reality is, that age it doesn't matter if he's just clapping the cheeks. You know what I'm saying? If you're giving him the cheeks and